The fact that Netflix supported this movie. And again, Netflix is proud to present Adam Wingard's poor adaptation, which got less than 50% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, I understand this is setting up for the plot. As an adaptation, we Death Note fans know light starts in school. I can understand this is for new viewers, but do you really need to do it for more than a minute? How long does this scene go on for? Also, why the poor music selection? This is a Death Note movie, right? The music should be depressing and church-like, not edgy drug-induced music. Also, what the hell is her problem? Is she a generic social outcast? If that actor is supposed to be light, then this movie effectively failed at being an adaptation, and my passion for editing and directing videos and movies is actually hurt. Legit. Doing homework for bribe money? Did the director of this movie ever go to high school? You should know teens hate doing work, even if money is involved. That woman's face! Her expression to see her smoking in front of her on school grounds. Like, look. Also, why is she smoking and they don't look concerned? You establish what we believe are the two protagonists, but what's with his expression? I did not know the Death Note supported gay pride so much. Why does he wipe the book and none of the dirt comes off?
Fuck? You touched me with fuck, you know that?
What'd you just call me?
Called you stupid fuck? Fuck.
Hey, don't touch her!
Hey, I don't need your help, okay?
What I thought you were gonna do? Out here all by yourself, come and teach me a lesson?
You got held back, didn't you, Kenny? Twice, I think?
You think that's funny?
No, I think it's very sad, actually. I only mention it because that would make you over 18, which means that if you were to beat me up, which I'm sure you could, it would technically be child abuse. So if you don't want to wind up on some kind of registry, I suggest you back the fuck.
Before he punched him, I have to support this guy's claim here. He's got some balls to taunt Kenny's knowledge and age. I would take a sin away, but the fact that he watches as he got punched without fighting back takes away a good, entertaining screenplay. Wait a minute. How does he know he got held back? Did he take bribe money from him in the past? Adding a sin. Wait, she only bothered to look at the soaked papers, but not a knocked out student? She should lose her job as a teacher. Student safety is more important than papers.
Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I'm looking at homework here for at least 15 different students.
Are we really not going to discuss the fact that I have an ice pack on my face?
The nurse says you'll be fine.
So there's no interest in why a teacher found me sprawled out on the ground?
Mia Sutton says she saw you walking into a beam out back. How do you think we found you?
All right, I get it. I'm in trouble.
I like this character's way of thinking logically, but he's wrong. This principal should be fired for just supporting the fact the teacher cared more about papers than a knocked-out student. So, you're not in trouble. The sin counter is, though.
Chance to stop the type of people who make things hard for everybody. You gotta see the big picture here.
Light.
Did he just say what I think he just said?
Light.
To be fair, you're getting 10 sins for every character that remotely don't resemble the adaptation. Wow, can you say cockblock?
Oh, hi, I'm awake. I was just like a tree or a plant or something.
I'm heading out for a moment. Don't fall asleep, or it adds another day.
Well, I don't give a fuck. Sin revoked for perfect acting for once.
Rule 1, the human whose name is written in this note shall die. Whoa. Rule 2, this note will not take effect unless the writer has the person's face in their mind when writing his or her name.
I will be checking the official how to use rules from the adaptation for comparison. Rule 2 is actually incomplete. It's supposed to have, therefore people sharing the same name will not be affected, below it. Rule 31 is wrong. The actual rule is, whenever you want to change anything written on the death note within 6 minutes and 40 seconds after you wrote, you must first rule out the characters you want to erase with 2 straight lines. Insert memes, references, and people you hated while making this film. Also, I'm not going to bother searching the names on Google to figure out who they are. Generic paper in the hallway cliché. Why are there marbles in a detention room? What was that scream? How can anyone direct a film sequence to be scary but it come out this funny? Light is literally a bitch screaming in this room. Like this video if you laughed at this scene the first time you saw it, and be honest, because we all did at how bad Adam Wingard tried to make it seriously scary. Adam, you should try directing comedy films. Not joking either.
Shall we begin?
Willem Dafoe as Ryuk? Good pick for the face, model, and personality, but not good for Ryuk's voice. Makes Ryuk kinda sound like a smoker, but regardless, I will revoke a sin.
It's all in your mind, so why not enjoy it? Shh. Listen.
Why defocus Ryuk? We're more interested in seeing him at the moment. Did the director just not like the detail for Ryuk? I can't resist doing this.
Shh. Listen. For a beginner, not bad at all.
Holy crap, don't you think that's a bit overkill? A metal ladder flying off a car going about an assumed 18 to 35 miles per hour is not enough for decapitation. It hits right between the nose and lip. He'd probably need a lot of dental and nose work at best.
But if you don't think you can handle it, that's fine. Just put the note somewhere, leave it alone for 7 days, and I'll find it a new home.
Wrong. Rule 33 of the Death Note states, if you lose the Death Note or have it stolen, you will lose its ownership unless you retrieve it within 490 days. Basically, not touching it for 490 days while Light is the owner will result in losing ownership, not a week.
How can this be possible?
It happened just like that. And if this is possible, imagine what else you could do.
Better start cleaning. Is this supposed to be a reference? If the viewer can't understand the purpose of a scene, why do it?
And got detention.
You don't think cheating's a big deal? That who you are?
He didn't cheat. The other students did by using light, though.
Guns is only as good as his aim, son. I make sure people can trust our aim.
I assume this is Soichiro, Light's father, missing his personality, glasses, and mustache.
Rule 64. Each page of the note contains the power of the whole note.
Rule 64 is actually Rule 21. The wording is different, being one page taken from the Death Note, or even a fragment of the page, contains the full effects of the note. Also, if someone can read the other pages he flipped through here, I would love to compare the other rules with the official rules.
Rule 95. Anyone may write names in the note, but only the keeper can possess it for more than 7 days.
That rule is bogus, as stated. Also, Rule 95 is completely different, being, in that case, if there are other Death Note in the human world, the gods of death are not allowed to reveal to the humans that Death Note owner or its location.
Jesus, how many rules does it take?
There are 134 rules in total based on the how to use official rules.
Don't trust Ryuk.
Whose blood is that in the notebook? Also, Ryuk? Nearly everyone in America knows the Street Fighter character Ryu, correct? If you could pronounce Ryu, then you could pronounce Ryuk. Then form it into a whole word, Ryuk. A lot of Americans in the last few decades are huge fans of anime and become weeboos and learn to pronounce Japanese words.
He's not your pet, he's not your friend.
This isn't a horror movie, Adam. Please stop trying to make Ryuk scary. And I jizz in my pants.
There are, of course, limitations. Rule 20. A subject can be influenced for no more than 2 days leading up to his death.
Incorrect. A subject can be controlled up to 23 days following the 23-day rule. Rule 20 is also wrong. Rule 20 being, the specific scope of the condition for death is not known to the gods of death either, so you must examine and find out.
2 days, your fingers are huge.
Insert sex joke here.
Rule 28. Each death must be physically possible.
Rule 28 is actually Rule 19 shortened, lacking the following detail, or it is reasonably assumed to be carried out by that human. Also, the real Rule 28 is suicide is a valid cause of death. Basically, all humans are thought to possess the possibility to commit suicide. It is, therefore, not something unbelievable to think of.
So, no shark attacks while someone's on the toilet. As much as I love that idea.
Wow, you got Ryuk's comedic personality down. Sin revoked.
The last keeper of the note passed away. It fell to me to find a new one.
Shinigami aren't required to drop notebooks. I hope that waiter didn't lose his job for accidental murder by pushing him into a steak knife.
You in mourning?
No, just reading my death note in public.
It exploded into 1 million pieces, in case you're wondering.
You saw it?
Mm-hmm.
Getting a lady boner because he saw the death? Seek a psychiatrist immediately.
I'm Mia.
Oh, hi. I know that you're Mia, actually, already. I already knew that.
So Mia is the assumed Misa Amane. I'm sorry, but the other live-action movies had better models. I've seen cosplays done better. 10 cents.
I know that you're Light Turner.
Light Turner, huh?
Light is not an average kid, excels in every class. The pressure from his teachers and his parents on his ass. Hey, cat! With doom and gloom up in his room, he munches on a step. With a little pamphlet eats a potato chip and gives out heart attacks. They on his hard Paris, death got Paris. Or notebook war, cause I got bored. Ah, Paris, death got Paris. Cardiac fallback, carjack, payback.
Homicide testified, right, can't hide. High command, upper hand, met demands, just as planned.
Ah, Paris, death got Paris. The last plane when he writes your name with deathly confidence.
I'm life.
Credit to Nippadubs.
I'll just follow me.
Why would you show someone the Death Note?
Who?
Behind you. It's okay.
What are you talking about?
Rule 10 of the Death Note doesn't apply here, that rule being the human who touches the Death Note can recognize the image and the voice of its original owner, a god of death, even if the human is not the owner of the note.
Only the keeper of the note can see me.
That's bullshit and you know it, Adam. You just got lazy and didn't feel like directing it in.
Standing by Seattle police and Seattle SWAT trying to de-escalate the situation.
Seattle? I thought this takes place in the Kanto region of Japan.
Hope you know what you're doing.
He wrote the details in the Death Note knowing exactly what's going to happen.
It appears that James Brody...
What's with the Chinese or Japanese signs on this building here? Maybe it's a restaurant, but even so, if you look closely, you can tell it was recently accessed and the original English sign and windows were taken down. You can't confuse this into thinking that this takes place in Japan or China now that you said it's Seattle.
It looks like he has released her. That's definitely a good sign.
Holy shit.
What is this shot? The cops are doing a poor job of securing the area. There are people literally across the street from an armed man. One's drinking out of a red coffee mug like it's a normal thing to do in this situation. Also, where did his gun go before the final salute? Pointless filler shot for the trailer.
You know, the thing is, I know what it's like to get fucked over. Some asshole killed my mom and got away with it.
Brought to you by Smile Diner.
We could change the world.
We? Like we as in us?
Forced awkward love cliche.
Can I kiss you?
Just fuck already!
What's wrong with this guy? I don't want people to say that they're scared of it or horrified.
What do you want them to say?
I want them to say...
Murder, sex! Murder, sex! Murder, sex!
Kira.
Kira? What does that mean?
It actually means light in Russian or Celtic.
Well, wouldn't you be worried that they could just trace it back to you then?
No, could they? It also sort of means killer in Japanese, so if they're gonna be looking for him, it's gonna be on the wrong continent.
If you were from Japan, your name being Light would be written as Moon, which is a good cover name for Kira, but you're in Seattle and Kira literally means light. Hi guys, I'm Kira Turner.
Inmates in 6 different continents were found dead in their cells. Each victim left behind the same message written in perfect Japanese.
Rule 19 of the Death Note states that the conditions for death will not be realized unless it is physically possible for that human or is reasonably assumed to be carried out by that human. As explained in the anime, this means you can't make your victim do anything they don't know how or anything about.
From under us and shape our reality by what can only be described as one of the greatest false flag operations.
Did you just deface a church? Well, you're going to Mew anyway.
Bigger impact on crime than anything I've ever seen. I don't want to say our job's gotten easy, but look around you.
Your job as an officer will probably vanish with the criminals too.
Sheriff out of Japan tonight, where Kira has apparently struck again.
More than a dozen were found dead in a Tokyo nightclub, a scene authorities described as incredibly gruesome. What can anyone tell us about Kira? And perhaps, more importantly, can anyone stop it?
Insert Panic at the Disco music for easy music video. Just watch. Hey, we're at 80 sins. I'm allowed to have fun. I don't recall a black ninja in Death Note. What kind of club is this? Also, where did this poor guy's dick and balls go?
だから中村組と稲川組はもう10年以上休戦中だ。どうしてキラは奴らの関係をしてたんだ。
私が手掛かりを受けたからです。
何？
ここしばらく警察のデータベースから無名の犯罪者の名前を漏らして引っかかるのを待ってたのです。これで誰を捕まればいいかわかりました。
Subtitles, please. This is an adaptation made for Americans, right?
How long since you've slept?
41 hours.
About the amount of time I spent sitting this.
The insulin spike from the candies will focus your mind for final consideration. When it fades you asleep for 1 hour. Wear these to properly prepare your body clock.
What's with the glasses? Is this a Matrix reference?
I honestly don't know that I'll be able to sleep.
Sleep is key to strong thought.
Yes.
Master Splinter, is that you?
Would you mind singing a song for me?
Of course. You're out of the woods, you're out of the dark, you're out of the night. Step into the sun, step into the light. Keep straight ahead for the most glorious place on the face of the earth and the sky.
A Wizard of Oz reference? I'd revoke his sin, but the actor's a terrible singer.
What part of terrorists killing each other and criminals turning themselves in bothers you, Dad?
Why exactly are they doing that, son?
They're doing it because of Kira.
Right, and who's that? How does Kira get to decide who lives and dies? Who's guilty and is? Is there a complaints department if I don't like one of Kira's decisions? Or would complaining just get me put on Kira's list?
I love Soichiro's smartass wisdom that explains what happens for the rest of the movie. I'll revoke a sin for it.
Not bad.
Eat shit, Derek.
It's a little different. In fact, they'll probably send a representative.
Detective Turner. I am to meet with Detective Turner, local head of the Kira investigation, in his office at 9 a.m.
Call you back. What can I do for you?
I am Watari.
Oh, so he was Watari. No, they still don't look alike. Even the live-action drama series had a better Watari.
Fellow officers did that.
Cops don't like it when you go after other cops. But apparently they hate it when you go after their god.
They support Kira.
Kira's practically doing away with the most wanted list. These guys want to throw him a parade. But now that rumor has it, Kira's a cop. It's in my world.
The idea that Kira is associated with law enforcement is not a rumor. It is a fact, uncovered by the individual I work with.
Oh yeah, and who's that?
It goes by the letter L.
L is real?
Oh, movie. You triggered N64 fans like myself. 5 sins for the indirect reference.
I would like to speak with you regarding the Kira investigation.
Okay, when?
Right now.
Ah, Detective Turner.
What is this?
A one-time offer. I'd like to assist you in the capture of Kira.
Why me? The FBI, CIA have hundreds of men on this.
I've been in communication with Interpol and the FBI, but I believe you have something they do not.
What's that?
An in-depth understanding of potential suspects.
Why would I have a better understanding?
The FBI thinks the killer is operating out of Japan.
Because of the name, Kira.
Ah, but the name is an intentional misdirection. He wants us to believe that he's Japanese, operating a half world away. He's not. Kira's in Seattle. Shall we help one another?
Is that supposed to be L? This black guy is supposed to be... What? Why? I can accept side characters like Mia, but why one of the two main characters? Even the live-action drama had a better L. This is the exact opposite of what he's supposed to be. I'll cover more of this at the end, but for now, 20 sins for complete whitewashing. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And also, share this video.